Welcome back to another episode of my Unity open world tutorial series. So in this series we are going to work on the player's camera, attaching how to attach the camera to the player character, and then how to set up inputs for that camera. So for this we are going to develop a script from scratch. Even though we could get camera rigs from standard assets, I wanted to do it from scratch so that you guys and also me can learn something. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, so now that we have imported the character, yeah, we need to add a camera to that. But yeah, when I play the game, this is what happens. The camera is attached to the other character we have in the scene, like this. So here is the main camera, so I'll drag and drop the main camera well under this guy. Is that the way? Let's do it like this. I'll create an empty object. Let's call it player, sorry, not the player, character, and I'll drag and drop the drayer. I'll rename this one mesh. No, let's call it character mesh. That's better. And I'll put the main camera outside the character mesh like this. First I need to, yeah, here is the character position, so I'll move the character mesh into the 0 0 0 position of the character in the local in relation to the character, and I'll do the same for the main camera as well. So yeah, this is the character position. So now I'll move it on the ground like this. I don't need the third person controller now, so I'll delete it. Okay. Oh wait, I should move it by selecting the character, not the mesh. Right, now the camera is placed like this, and that's wrong. So let's move it back and pull up to an angle like this. Well, I like to have an angle like this, slightly off to the right side of the player. Cool. Now this is the way it looks. I think I should pull the camera back a little. Is this better? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so right. Oh well, no. Let's remove this Z offset. Oh, not that, X offset. So the character will be in the middle of the screen for now. We can change that later if we want. For now I need to see the character, and I need to see the legs as well. So I'll move it into an angle like this. Okay, cool. So the next part is we need to give control to the camera. That means we need to look around with the camera. So how? I think we have a script for that. Let's attach this simple camera. Oh, we already have that. I just have it disabled. When I press right, I can look around and oh no, this is wrong. This is just a camera movement. That's not the way I need it to happen. Right, let me remove this. Oh, I'll just disable it. So right, let's create a camera script. I'll call it camera controller. Right, let's open the camera controller. So when the player look up and down, I need this camera to rotate to reflect that mouse movement. So how do I get that mouse movement? So for that we can see the set of inputs we have defined for this project. Right here, go to edit, project settings and input. So here we have axis like this, horizontal axis, and for that we have vertical axis. For each of these you have defined buttons, negative and positive. So for the mouse X, mouse X means the horizontal movement in the mouse. So for the type of the movement they have defined as mouse movement. So this mouse X and mouse Y are the things we require now. So right, let's go to our script. On the update, let's just print to see if we get any results. Debug.log. How to get the input? Right, input dot get axis mouse X. Okay, and similarly let's get the mouse Y as well. Add a plus, mouse Y. So let's add some symbol here so that we can distinguish those two. Okay, save and go back. Now attach that script to the main camera, the camera controller. Nothing would happen, only we would be able to see the console is changing. We can't see it like this. Here is the console. Oh yeah, let me clear it and play again. Nothing happened. Alright, let me clear it first. Okay, now as you can see, if I keep the mouse like still, you don't see anything. So if I move it, you can see the values are changing. So yeah, that's the property I need to use. Okay, So how do I rotate the camera using these values? Let's make this a little simpler. Here let's add a new empty object. I'll call it camera socket, and under that let's add the camera. Let me make it 0 0 first. No, not for the Z component. For the 2 I'll make it 0. Then I'll move the camera socket upwards. So this is the way I see. Yeah, this is the way I see the game character then. So basically what I'm doing is I'm gonna place this camera socket closer to the neck of the character, right? And I'm going to attach the camera controller to the socket, not to the camera itself. And yeah, right, and then let's go back to the camera controller. So here I'll do this transform dot rotate so as a transformation we need to give a vector 3. What's the way to do this? No, are there any other inputs? Rotate is around, right? Now let's three. Let's try this and figure out. Let's do trial and error. New vector 3 0 0 0. Now here we wouldn't have any kind of input, so I'll make this one 0.1 f, the x input, and let's see what happens. So then we can figure out which input is which, and then based on that we can define a logic. So yeah, x means look up and down. Okay. Oh well. No, I don't think this approach would work. Okay, so we need to set limits, because for the x I should be able to go like this much and this much, and for y, well, I think it's okay to be all the way around, and for z I don't think I need to change z. So right, let me reset these values, and then let's go back. Transform the local rotation equals, let's define a new variable here, vector 3. This local rotation is a quaternion. Yeah, quaternion cam rotation. That's the variable. Let's make this one private. And at the start, let's initialize cam rotation equals transform local rotation. Okay, now let's do it like this. Transform dot local rotation equals cam rotation. Now nothing should happen. Yeah, nothing is happening as expected. That's all right. So here we need to update the cam rotation. Shall we do something, try something like this? 0.1 F and see what happens. Okay, now as you can see here, that part is updated. So right, instead of plus 1F, let's use this one. Oh, this should be Y. So here what I'm trying to do is I'm adding whatever the mouse X value into the cam rotation X. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is not smooth. So we can smooth it down like this. Let me multiply this one with a smaller number, so the speed will be slow. Okay, no, I was wrong. I should use for this one not X but Y. Right, now I'm correct. And also we need to lock the, yeah, we can do that later. So yeah, this is, let me comment this part. This is updating no, this is look up and down, and the other one cam rotation dot Y plus equals, I think you are familiar with this normal programming language things. So this plus equals means whatever the value in the cam rotation dot Y, get that value and add whatever the value I put here. For example, if I say 1, yeah, if the cam rotation dot Y value is 3, add 3 to 1 and put that value back in the variable cam rotation dot Y. So that's what defines by this plus equals. So input dot get axis mouse X. I'll add the smoothing factor here as well. Look left, right. Let's save this and play the game. Okay, now I can look. Oh, we have a small problem. Right. Right. I know what to do. So yeah, when we set the local rotation, this is a quaternion. So this is also a quaternion, but yeah, dealing with quaternions are a little painful process. So this is the way we should do it: quaternion, Euler. So we are reconstructing a quaternion using Euler angles. So Euler angles are cam rotation dot x, cam rotation dot y, and cam rotation dot z. Now this should work. Shall we check? Okay, it seems it is working, but for some reason when I convert to the quaternion, this has become a little slower. So therefore I'll delete this part. No, let's define a new variable here, a public one. Let's call it factor. It should be a float, and I'll set the default value to 1 point. Yeah, 1. That's enough. And here, instead of this one, I'll use camera's smoothing factor. Right. Now this should work. Let's see. Yeah, it is working now without any problem. I can look up and down, left and right. Okay, so yeah, now we have to implement a way to invert the camera, because when I move mouse forward, I am looking down, so I think I should look up when I do that. So anyway, different people prefer different ways, so let's figure out how to do that, and also let's figure out how to set a maximum and a minimum boundary for these things. So okay, and this episode has taken about 23 minutes now, so I'll stop it here, and yeah, let's do the things I said in the next episode, and see you in the next episode. Goodbye. So if you would like to support my work, you can get the membership of my Patreon club. Link would be in the description below. And thanks for watching. Again, see you in the next episode. Goodbye.